black boy cranes his neck up at the gorilla, sees a glint of the familiar in the face watching him, feels the fear leave him peaceful as blood pooling on a city sidewalk, and he whispers, "I have so many questions." The gorilla straightens its back. "Then ask me." So the black boy asks, "How do you survive your cage?" And the gorilla shakes its head and responds, "No one ever survives." And the black boy says, "You're missing the point." "Not at all," says the gorilla. The black boy thinks for a moment, and the gorilla sees the panicked onlookers gathering around the fence, pointing, shaking like the barrel of an unsure gun, and the black boy says, "But how do you stay alive? Where do you hide your anger?" And the gorilla says, "I never hide." And again, the black boy says, "You're missing the point." "Not at all," says the gorilla. The black boy notices the commotion outside the gates and says, "They're coming to protect me, you know. These hunters have been waiting." The gorilla scoffs. "Silly human who believes in protection. These hunters and their bullets never wait. They may make trophies of us, but we are not yet. We are still alive." And the black boy says, "But how? How are you still alive? How do you survive your cage?" And the gorilla says, "This cage is not mine." And the black boy says, "You're missing the point." "Not at all," says the gorilla. "I didn't choose this cage. I was placed. These people with their wide white faces come to see us dangerous, to watch our hands ready to tear living flesh from a skeleton. We pound our chests and roar as though we are not born of captivity, as though we are not stolen children, as though we do not live at their discretion. They mistake our wailing for anger, but it is pain, the sound of the held growing too big to be restrained. It is the sound of our demands. They imagine us without chain, but never open the gates, never want us within arm's length of their fragile necks, only turn our turmoil to spectacle. They call us animals. Do not mistake the cage for yours. It was designed to contain you, to hold you in place for observation. You want to know how I survive? Boy child, you're missing the point. No one ever survives. You should know this. You are black like me. You were born almost dead and have been molting pieces of your alive since." And the black boy says, "Then where do we go? How do we stop the pain?" And the gorilla says, "I have only learned one way." Outside the cage, the hunter loads his rifle, swings the barrel up slow as nightfall. He can see every part of the gorilla through the sight, its chest, its throat, its temple. The hunter relaxes, takes a deep breath,